Hey everybody, 2021, and I am out late. I didn't get a good start to the evening tonight. Mighty Heidi Dream Warrior made a suggestion about a video, so I tried to piece together a video earlier this evening. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I tried to kind of make it a little more sillier than serious, but of course after the silliness it got serious, so you have to, you got to give me a shot. It's the first time. I haven't been on YouTube in a while. Excuse me. I do not have the China virus. I actually have, again, trying to quit smoking, and I've got my wonderful drink here, grape raspberry sparkling water. So anyway, I've got the Uber app on, and I don't know if it'll run over the live stream. Hopefully it will, without ending it short. I figured, what the heck, and again, Mighty Heidi's idea is to, she's going live while she's doing DoorDash. Well, I figured I'd go live while doing rideshare. I'm gonna try to keep it real. Excuse me. What you see is what I do at night. I'm not gonna ham it up. I'm not gonna do anything different. I can't even read the chat. Hold on, I forgot. It's been so long. Let me see. Oh wait, there it is. What's up, Kyle? Thanks for chiming in. I thought maybe the chat wasn't working. So thanks for joining. But yeah, we'll see if Uber will override the live stream, and if it does, then I guess you'll see what I do. It's kind of cool, I'm in the Charger. I've got my funky little lights going. I don't know if I really can't adjust the camera too much, but you can see the back seat there. So oh well, we can do this for now. But I'll get the lights going. I'll pull up doing something crazy, and see what the passengers think about it. So no, I haven't. I have not watched Wheel of Fortune. I've been so busy with so much stuff. Actually, well, I'll probably do a video about it, but it's about Uber Assist, and I've got something working with a hospital that seems to be doing pretty good. So I'd like to share that with everybody, and we'll see what happens. So, but my wife likes Wheel of Fortune. Usually, I don't watch it because I'm usually out on the road by then, so I don't get to see it too much. But anyway, looks like you're the only one in the room, Kyle. So it's been so long since I've done a live stream. I'm surprised that you even showed up. But thanks for showing up. Hang on a second. Let me see if the Uber app. I'm gonna go to the Uber app, and then I'm gonna switch back. And let me know if I keep talking, if it leaves. How about Cheaters? Miss host Peter Pankey, aka Peter Guns. Don't watch Cheaters. It's not my thing. Dark Road Run is in the house. What is up, Mr. Joe? Oh, we got the big man El Chapo. What's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for joining my first official live stream of 2021. I did the 7-day trial for 2021, and I can't get my money back. And fortunately, the subscription is going to keep going. So I don't want to end it, but it's been going pretty good. So if you're just joining me, I was telling Kyle, I want to, and maybe Joe, maybe you can ask this one. What mask do you wear when you're doing Uber? I actually finally got a decent one. This one has, I'll show you. This one actually has an insert that has 5 layers, and it has an activated charcoal middle layer. So I wear this one. Let me get the filter back in. It was $39, but because I'm doing a lot of hospital pickups with Uber Assist, and like I said, I'll be doing a video on that and explaining how that works. This is my Ubering mask. Emergency Medical Services, EMS. So, and I've got my EMS jacket on. Gotta represent. So, look at my dash camera instead of the regular one. So this is the one I wear. I have my backup, which is my towel. No, I'm just kidding. My wife got me good old Stars and Stripes. So I got that backup, and then of course my backup to my backup, which is that one. So I've got a few. So Joe, if you're still in the house, if I'm running Uber in the background while I'm doing the live stream and I get a call, Uber's supposed to override it, but I don't know if it'll actually shut the live stream down or not. So, will it? Do you know if you're still there, Joe? Will Uber override the live stream, but keep it going so any passengers that get in the car will only see the Uber app, even though the live is still going? I was going to actually switch to Uber and give it a shot. Not sure. Well, let's see. If the stream goes dead, you guys, I'll be right back. So I'm going to switch it over to Uber real quick, and let's do a test. Oh, look at that. I'm up in the corner. So it will work. Let's see. Where am I at right now? So I'm at 2.8x. And let's see what's happening with the maps. No, there's only 2 cars aside from myself. Wow. Okay, so there's one. Okay, there's 3 cars out. So what's showing in my market is 4 cars right now. So what I do is I leave it on the passenger app, and that way I know where the grouping of the vehicles are, and kind of move either north or south. Or I try to stay away from the grouping of vehicles, and hopefully gives me a broader area to be able to accept trips. But and you guys unfortunately can't see that because it's running in the background. So but around midnight I'll usually pick up a couple calls, and then it really slows down, and then about 2:30, 3 a.m. I actually go up to about 4x, and then I start getting some of the people that are going to the Metrolink and stuff like that, and it works pretty good. So let me get out of this real quick. Go back to this. Hold on. Now see this. Here's something that's interesting, and I just got a message that says you could be missing out on earnings. You may be getting fewer trips when your fare multiplier is too high. Okay, that's kind of new, because normally when I run at a higher X or higher multiplier, a car will disappear, and out here the drivers they don't pick up calls. They try to get the algorithm to increase the multipliers. I don't know if they're using them or not, but normally a car will disappear. If they don't take the ride, it comes back on. The next car will disappear, it comes back on. Then when it gets to me, my car will disappear, and it'll just show the little blue dot. And then if my car comes back on, I just switch back over to the Uber app, and it'll basically say, rider declined your offer. What I've noticed when I get that other message is that the cars that are getting the requests or the hits before me, the pings, will disappear and come back on. My car won't disappear. It'll just give me that message that says I may be getting fewer rides. So what that's telling me is that the system on Uber isn't even throwing the ping my way. It's seeing that my rates are higher than the other vehicles that are out, and it's literally skipping me. I can't prove it, but from what I've seen so far in driving in the past, when I get a ride request and they don't want to pay the fare, my car disappears. A little blue dot where it was is sitting there, and either I'll get the request or my car will pop back on, and then I'll flip to the driver app and it'll say rider declined your fare. So right now, lately, it's been giving me that other message, and my car hasn't been disappearing off the map. So let's see, this guy just disappeared. Let's see if the other guy. And the other thing too about watching the passenger app and running the driver app in the background is that you can see, you kind of get an idea of where your next call is going to be based on where the cars start disappearing. Because if it's, if the car is on the west side of you, then obviously that's the closest car to the person calling, technically. And then it kind of manipulates its way through all the other vehicles until it gets to somebody else, okay? So, actually, that was the wrong car. So, let's see. According to this, I should be the next ride. So, let's see what happens. Hang tight with me for a minute. I can't see your chat yet. The passenger app's got me. So, my car didn't disappear. And let's see if another one disappears. Yep. So the car there's a car just below me, about a half a mile. That car disappeared, but I didn't get a request. So let me go to the driver app, and it says you may be getting fewer rides. Your fares may be too high. Blah 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 blah. So there you go. It didn't even ping my phone. It just simply the system saw that my multiplier was at 2.8, and it skipped me and went to the other car. What I've noticed will happen is right now there's myself and 3 other cars. So these 3 cars probably won't take the call, and eventually it'll come back to me, and I'll wind up getting a ride. So, yeah. So let me go back to. Let's see if I can go back to the live here. There we are. Mr. G, what's up? Rick Reviews. How's it going, guys? Let me go back and check some of the stuff here. If you had to decline any passenger for no matter. Oh, dude. Every night, Kyle. Every night, I get passengers that are saying, well, I'm only going a couple miles. It's like, well, I don't give a shit if you're going 100 feet. You're not getting into my car without a mask. Well, I paid for the ride, then you need to cancel it. I don't know. I'm not canceling shit. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna drive around the corner. I'll cancel the ride. I'm out of here. I wait my 5 minutes, cancel it, hit that the passenger had no face mask, and that's it. The other thing that we get is that really pisses me off, and Uber is now every time I get close to picking up a passenger, a little message comes up, and I have to press a button that says that I'm following COVID-19 protocols, and that my mask is on, and that my windows are cracked, and blah 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 blah. So I have to hit OK, and then the timer starts. The problem is this is what the passengers do when they get in the car. And I'll watch them, and they'll have a mask on. No problem. Hey, how you doing? Cool. And then they're in the backseat doing this shit on their phone, and they're talking. So now the mask, it's like pants that are sagging. This is like wearing a condom with holes in it. This ain't gonna work. And so then Payman Ali, what is up, man? So they come in the car with a mask, and then they do this number. So now I'm continuing to tell them, hey, you need to cover up, and unfortunately, because I do pay attention to the road, I occasionally check the rearview mirror, but it's dark in the car, and I don't always see it. So at the end of the ride, at that point, I give them a 1-star rating, and I smash the button that says no face mask, and then of course about 10 minutes later, I get a little thing in my inbox that says, this is regarding your last ride, and we take this matter seriously. But now I'm getting stuff crap from Uber that I have to check in every time I pull up, because apparently, according to them, I'm not following face mask guidelines, because somebody gets in my car and they think I'm taking the ride without them wearing a mask, and that's not what happens. They're literally pulling the mask off and doing whatever it is in the back seat. And if I catch them, I'll tell them. If I don't, or I catch them as they're exiting the vehicle, then that's how I rate them. And I don't. People smash us with 1 stars for no reason at all. I'll give them. The cool thing though that I've noticed though is if I give somebody a 1-star rating and I hit that they haven't, that they weren't wearing a face covering, I hit other. And that way, if Uber wants to contact me, I can say, well, they were wearing a face mask when they got into the vehicle, but they took it off while they were in the vehicle. That's why I hit other. So, it's just, I have an interior dash cam up here. I have my forward-facing dash cam and all of this stuff. So there's not a problem with me disputing anything. But if the one thing I have noticed though is if I rate a passenger 1 star, and I hit no face mask and other, the one thing I have noticed with Uber is that passenger can't rate us, because they're going to see the 1-star rating on their end from the driver, and they've got 30 days or 15 days or whatever the hell it is to change their rating. I haven't gotten any 1-star ratings from rating passengers 1 stars because I pissed them off. So I'm assuming that Lyft is helping to get this one. I hate to quote this, protect the drivers, by not allowing passengers to poorly rate us if we rate them for not wearing a face mask. So yeah, I know, Ari. I've been there. I've actually kicked a couple people out and said, you know what, if you guys aren't going to wear your face mask, it's time to get out. Well, you can't kick us out of your vehicle. And I go, yeah, well, you know what, I can't, but this little red Sabre shit, it's not good, and it's a gel, so it's not gonna affect me. You can get out, or your life's gonna get really hot real quick. Actually, it hasn't gotten down to that yet, but in the video I just premiered tonight, I actually had to pull my pepper spray out on a group of people because it was getting out of control. So let's see. Kyle said, even though people wear masks, do you still talk to? Oh man. Well, I'm hoping to get a call, and you guys can literally see what I do. I had a really shitty year in 2020. Oh, I messed up again. 2019 plus 1. I was shot at twice. I got deactivated for 2 idiots beating each other bloody in the back of my car. I actually got paid half of the cleanup fee. And then they disputed it, and I got deactivated for their actions, and I had to fight it. Cover wasn't around at that point. I actually have Cover, and if they give me something, I'll put it on my channel. I'm not one much into promoting stuff like that. I do promote all my friends and stuff, and your channels. Thank you guys for jumping in, but I'm not one big on promoting stuff like that. It's just want to be me, there is one thing I want to do, because it is winter time, and with COVID, I want to try to get on with Amazon and have a I'll get in a minute here, where I can have a link to where you can buy stuff, because there's something on my car that I have that works great to keep your windows cracked, so you've got ventilation, keeps the rain out, and all that other stuff. And I'm not going to tell you. Affiliate marketing, that's it. But and it's really Melody 6, my girl. Oh my God, Melody 6 is in the chat. How are you? It has been way too long, Melody. Thank you for joining. We're just shooting the crap right now and seeing if I can pick up an Uber ride, and you guys can see how I do my ride. Let me check. I'm gonna switch over real quick. Hold on. So nobody's refused my 2.8 yet, and whoops, I hit the wrong button. What? Wow. Yeah, the three closest cars that are around me are still there. So hopefully I'll get a ping around midnight. Let me switch over to the driver app real quick. I'm going to up my rate to 3.5. And is that right? Yep. See if somebody will take a ride. All right. I won't be driving tomorrow night. I have to get my vehicle ready. I have a, unfortunately, my old beat partner in medicine was killed 2 months ago in a very, very nasty accident. And the accident was so bizarre. I'm hoping that he had a heart attack and didn't feel anything, because he literally drove underneath a disabled big rig on the 5 freeway at 65 miles an hour. And he was driving a 30-foot flatbed tow truck, one of the light medium duties, and the entire cab and chassis of that vehicle ended up underneath the trailer of the big rig and actually hit the rear of the tractor and spun it sideways. So it's actually on YouTube. I forgot there was a date. If you type up tow truck, if you ever search YouTube, it'll say you can enter in the search tow truck driver dies in I-5 crash, and there's like 4 different videos on it. And that was my former partner, Bill Rao, rest in peace. And I'll be going to his funeral on Saturday. God, with COVID and everything, this is going to literally be the 8th funeral I've been to. 5 of them were COVID related, so it's no joke. And yet these I don't want to get into the political part of it. So, but anyway, I'm hoping to get a ride, and you guys can check things out. But I can do this. I think it'll work. Oh, I don't know. Hold on a second. I hope this better not screw me up. I'll be pissed off. There we go. Let's see. That's not right. Where'd my song go? Wow, it may be way back. It must be way back there. Let me see. Hold on. I'm looking at my radio right now, guys. Hang on a second. Oh, okay. I think I'm going the right direction here. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the interior of my car. I'm sure you have already. There it is. But check this out. And of course, I'm gonna get a copyright warning for this one, or a claim, I'm sure. But I have interior lights, and it actually comes with a key fob, which is cool because it has 3 different functions to it. So let's get to the one that you guys can see. And okay, check this out. Here we go. And I'll show you the back seat. Let's see if I can actually show you the whole thing here. So there's my front seat. And then my back seat. So yeah, and this is an ass-kicking song, by the way. Rest in peace, Ronnie James Dio. This was with Black Sabbath, and Lady Evil. I don't know. It's a pretty cool song. I like it. It's not too demonic. Oh, I messed up my phone holder. Hold on. There we go. All right. There we go. Let's turn the lights out. All right. So there you go. Still haven't gotten a ride request yet. It kind of sucks. Maybe if I turn my car off. Hold on. It's burning gas here. Let me check my app. Hold on, guys. No requests, no denials either. And man, there's just same cars floating around. Let me see what the rate. Another thing you can do also, and I check when I do this, running the passenger app, is I also have 2 destinations that I know where I'm sitting right now. That one of them is my house, and from here to my house is $6, and then the other one is Rosemond. That's from here to Rosemond is $20. So what I do is I just kick on my home address or Rosemond, and right now a trip to Rosemond is $8. So it's normally $6. I'm sorry. Trip to my house is $8 and it's normally $6. So right now it's running at 1.2 and it's not even showing a higher fare. So that's how I know that's kind of how I gauge how to set my multiplier. Is I search the destination and I'll hit Rosemond, and it's $24. So again, it's the multiplier on Uber is at 1.2. I've seen Rosemond as high as $100, which means that they're running at 5x. So, but that's a little trick of the trade from the Rideshare Trickster, is run your passenger app in the background and check it. Look at the vehicles that are around you, see what's in the area, and you kind of get an idea, and then make a request to take a ride from. And I always post up in the same area. There's cameras. It's well lit. I've got people that walk through here all the time that recognize me. But I also know what the prices are to get from here to my home, and from here to Rosemond. So when those prices go up, then I know that the multipliers are going up, the drivers are charging more, or the algorithm is saying, hey, the demand is higher, and then I can adjust accordingly. Let me check some of the chat here. CNC Creativity Vlogs. How you doing? Thanks for, this is part 2. I just, I haven't been live for so long, and it's just, I back to 2020. You all know that, I got shot at twice. The second time was horrible, and I didn't even realize that I was still dealing with it until we had New Year's Eve. And somebody lit off a really pretty badass skyrocket, or whatever you want to call it. And that thing was so loud, I literally ducked. I mean, and I've never done that before. It was weird, It was just like, So, still dealing with some of that. Just had personal issues. My wife and I were having a really difficult time after the shooting, and I don't want to get too much into that, but that was that was really dark. That was a really bad time, and I got off of YouTube and everything. I just literally, I had to hit the reset button. I had to just shut everything off, let it reprogram, and focus on what I needed to focus on, and get my head straight again. And I did, and I'm back, and I'm having a great time. CNC says she's working on a few. I'm sorry, I missed it. A few new projects. Hairstyle. It was great. That was, Heidi made me do that video. She said, when I started my channel, and I got to thank Torsten, the rideshare professor, for that one. He actually posted my first video when I started my channel. We were down on Marina Del Rey, and he's been a really big influence, and he's the one that got me going on it. And it just kind of went from there. And then I've met all you wonderful people, and it's been a really neat ride. And I had to jump off at one of the stop offs and reset. But I'm back on the train or bandwagon or whatever it is, and I'm having a good time. So, but I wanted my channel to always be a little left of center. I didn't really want to be as mainstream as everybody else, because I wanted to use my medical background to, tell people, inform people how to deal with, medical emergencies while you're driving on the platform, whether it was Lyft or Uber or what have you. And it started out okay, and the channel became so informational and so almost stale that it just, it just kind of went into a holding pattern. So I figured, what the hell, I'm gonna take Heidi's advice. It's a new year, so let's try something a little different. Let's try something that's out of my comfort zone. So I did the hair, and I don't know if you guys saw the video that premiered tonight, but I threw in some little clips here and there to kind of mix it up. It basically, if you haven't, I'm not going to tell you that you got to watch the video, so that way I get the watch hours. But I mixed it up and I edited it, and it came out pretty good. But then again, towards the end of the video, it got kind of stale again, because I got back into the more serious part of it. So I'm really trying. Let's see. Oh, Melody 6 said the Christmas lights were fun to see. Yeah, wait till next Christmas. I got the approval from the warden. I mean, my wife. Sorry. We will have 15,600 this year. We will have 25,000 lights next year. Same program. We're just going to mix it up a little bit. So yeah, 25,000 lights. We're going to completely redo the front yard and add a few more things. We're going to start collecting next month. So by the time the holiday season rolls around, hopefully everybody will be back to some type of normalcy, and the house is going to be rocking. So I'm excited about that. My wife added 12,000 lights just by putting up four decorative trees outside, so that was cool. It's a difficult times that test relationships. Oh, amen to that, man. It took a toll on like I said, I don't really like to get too personal about it, but it took its toll on us. I mean, my wife and I are very active people in in every sense of the word. I mean, we like to go fishing, we like to go boating, we like to go hiking, we like to go up to the snow, we chase thunderstorms. I mean, we're constantly, doing something. Line dancing, going out to the VFW and doing karaoke, and that's all gone. So, the only thing I can do is book a little weekend getaway. And the last two we went to, the first one we went to Redondo Beach. That was awesome. That was right in the middle of what was going on between us. And then we went up to Sequoia National Park, where I did the video series and dedicated that to my dad. We stayed at a it's basically a guest house, and that was awesome. And we are doing very well. Things are pretty much back to normal again. But again, the shooting really took her for a spin. There's multiple things that occurred last year that just didn't help anything, and again, I had to take a break. So, nature's awesome. My dad's ashes are, who said that? CNC. My dad's ashes are actually spread in Crescent Meadow. That's why when I was doing that video series on Sequoia, I kept mentioning Crescent Meadow, and then I waited till the last video that I did, which was Crescent Meadow, and that's where I finally kind of closed out the whole series on the park and said this is where my dad's final resting place is. I kind of did it as a teaser, but I wanted, I didn't want anyone to know that I was going to dedicate those videos of Sequoia National Park to him. I was going there from the time I was 6 or 7 years old, 8 years old, all the way up until I was 18, and everything that's in those videos was from memory. And then I would show certain different areas of the park, like General Sherman Tree or Morrill Rock, and everything I was saying was I was going off of memory, and then I would read the sign. And I actually learned a couple things doing it too, but it was a break that I needed to do, and I took it, and that was actually before I was shot at, I believe. Hell, I don't remember. Last year was just a blur, but it was nice. So it was. It is what it is. It was what it was. It's in the past. And that was another thing is I'm not one to let go of things real easy. And let me turn these lights off. I'm trying to get a headache. And that was one of my issues. Was I always seemed to hold on to things that really were kind of almost trivial. And when my wife and I went through our personal thing, I let it go. I mean, and that was hard. I mean, there was so much stuff that was involved in that, and I thought, if I just kind of set it aside, it's just gonna. I don't want to get into a fight and then bring it up again. Remember when you blah 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 blah, and I just tossed it aside, and like I said, hit the reset button, and here we are, 5 months later. And we're doing good. And I'm doing my first live of 2021, and I've got 9 people in the house. Thank you very much. I know you guys are chatting with yourself, and I'm just rambling. If you guys aren't used to that by now, sorry. The outdoors, nature is healing. I'm sure it was hard. It will make you very stronger. Yeah, Payman. There was, like I said, there was a lot to it. I mean, and I had to own up to a few things, and that's not, as a guy, just simply as an adult, owning up to things that it's not in our nature. And that was really difficult for me to unwrap all the crap that she, let me rephrase that. It was really difficult to unwrap all of her concerns that were causing a lot of the problems, and pick them apart and look into myself and go, well, damn, she was right. And at one point I realized I don't like what I've become at that point. I wasn't happy with myself, and I was falling, and she never let go. She held on all the way to the bottom, and then when we hit bottom, she finally just said, look, you know what? It's XYZ or blah, 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 blah. And, I've known my wife since 1980. We've been married for almost 20 years now. And it was terrifying to think that I could lose her. And, I always said the darkest day of my life was when my dad passed away. That was really, really hard. Doing the Sequoia videos in his memory was, I was trying to be positive and stay upbeat, but I was dying inside, because those were memories that he shared with me. And but I did learn a lot, and I found a lot in myself that I hadn't seen in a long time. And that's what it took, was literally me having to find myself again. My epiphany was finding out what my enigma was, and the enigma was myself, and I had to fix that, and it took a while, but it worked, and we're doing good. So let's see, stay positive. There's a silver lining to everything. She's a good woman to stick it out with you. You need to show you appreciate her, dude. The one thing, thank you both. The one thing I always tell my wife, whether I'm going out to drive, going out to run an errand, if she's going to work, I always tell her, when you leave the house, I always tell her I love her. When we go to bed, I always tell her I love her. And whatever. Reason being is, especially last year, and of course this Saturday, my dad used to say, tomorrow is promised to no man, and time waits for no one. You never know what's going to happen. I may get my next ride, and that could be it. So I make sure that every time I talk to my wife, whether it's on the phone and I'm out on the road, or like I said, before bed, or before she goes to work, or before anything, that I love her. Because if something should happen, I want her to know that the last words she heard from me were, I love you. So that's just my thing. Let's see. And you know, it was very trying. You know, COVID's, you know, it's been more than just financial, you know, on people. It's been mentally almost debilitating, and you know, everything's closed in LA County. The latest statistics I got on COVID-19 is 3 people die every 10 seconds in LA County because of COVID-19. And it's almost a person every 5 seconds in the state of California is dying from COVID. So, and right now, California, from what they keep saying, is we're now the epicenter, and we at one point put New York to shame, and the latest I heard today was our numbers are stabilizing. So now the governor wants to start opening things up. Well, let me explain how that works, because unfortunately I don't agree with that, and I'll explain why. So we've got this curve that's going up and up and up, and we've got this high point right now where over 200 people a day, I think it's 270 to 280 people a day in LA County alone are dying from COVID. But they're saying that it's stabilizing now, so maybe we can start opening things. So you mean to tell me that when the pandemic started and 50 people a day were dying, now we're at 280 to 300, but now that it's stabilizing at 300, that we can start opening things up? That to me doesn't make any sense. My thing is, when that curve starts going down and those numbers start going down and the hospitals are not completely saturated with patients, that where you have to sit outside in a tent for, and out in my area, I've had people waiting 36 hours to be seen by a physician for whatever their ailment or injury was. That's unacceptable. I mean, you know, again, we're going to get into the politics. I don't want to get into the politics of it. You have a great night. Stay safe. Melody, you too. Thank you for joining. Thanks for, it's so good to see your name in the chat. It's good to see all of you guys here and gals. I still haven't gotten an Uber call. I wonder if maybe because I'm running the live that I'm not getting anything. Let me check something real quick. Hang on. No one. Let's see. It's running. I did it again. Hold on a minute. Let me see if these cars are still floating around. I must be in a bad area because I'm not getting anything right now. And I've got 3 cars that are still in the same spot, but the outer areas the cars seem to be disappearing. So let's shrink that up, because on my passenger app it only shows a maximum of 6 cars at one time. But yeah, the 3 cars that were here when I started this live stream are still there. So Thursday nights can be pretty slow. It is midnight, but no ride requests. So let's see. Let's get through the chat here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just sitting here just yapping away, and you guys are sitting here listening, probably going, God, shut up and answer our questions. This is the plan, whether it's good or bad. Gotta do something to shake things up. People are staying in. Yes, Payman, you're right. It's funny because about a month ago, even with everything everything that was going on, the younger crowd was still out and about. They were still doing their things, visiting their girlfriends, hanging out together, you know, doing whatever. And even the younger crowd, which is surprising, thumbs up to them. It's really dropped off. I don't want to go back on unemployment. I mean, I have a job offer waiting, and I'm still debating whether or not I want to do it because I have to wait. I have a thing with two of the hospitals out here. I have a Zoom call on Monday or Tuesday regarding Uber Assist, and I mentioned that earlier in the live stream. Uber Assist, if you guys aren't familiar with it, you have to go through a video training program with Uber. You have to pass it, and then they add assist to your ride types, and it's basically, yes, Rick, Uber Assist. I just said that. But Uber Assist basically is drivers have to take this training, and they have to learn how to deal with elderly people, people with physical disabilities, with visual impairments, and so on and so forth. In my area, we have two large hospitals, and I have literally had passengers in my car that have waited 3 to 5 hours to get a ride because Uber drivers out here don't want to obviously go to a hospital, and the majority of the drivers, whether it's Lyft or Uber, excuse me, are younger, and they don't care. Well, the problem with that is that once you get discharged from a hospital, as long as you're still on the premises, until you leave, whether you have a ride or whether it's family that's coming to get you or your insurance is paying for an Uber or a Lyft or Call the Car or LA Care, they cannot take any more people into the hospital until those discharged patients are gone. So if you've got 5 people waiting for a ride, until those 5 patients have secured a way home. Oh, there we go. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna take this one. Hold on. It's $47, 3x it way, but for $47. Oh, it's not 12 miles away. They're high. All right, guys. Let's go to the Arco on Avenue S and pick up this person. I'm going to turn the light off. It's going to get dark. I will keep the stream going. Let me get my map going. Unfortunately, let me hold on. Let me check the map real quick. So I'm jumping on the 14. Bear with me, guys. I want to see what my off ramp is so I can go live until I get close. So Avenue S. I just said that. Okay, cool. Avenue S. All right, so it's a 12-mile drive, 3x at $48. So that means 8, 16, 240. So that's $3. So it's probably going to go about 12 miles. It's probably coming back to Lancaster, which would be awesome. That's the one good thing about some of these calls in Palmdale is a lot of times they come back to Lancaster. So even though I'm driving a decent 12 miles is a long trip, but it's $50. On the highway, this beautiful, awesome rocket that I'm driving, it gets 32 miles to the gallon. So that whole trip is going to cost me a gallon of gas, which is out in California $3.29 for regular. So I'll make $44. And I just completed a quest that that Uber had sent me. That I had to complete 30 rides. It was if I completed 10 rides, they would take if I completed 10 rides, they were going to take 19%. If I completed 30 rides, they only take 12. I completed those 30 rides in 2 days, so they're only taking 12% of this trip, which is pretty cool. So at that point, it's definitely worth driving a few miles to go pick them up. Let me get on the freeway here. Hang on. do 45 on the freeway. It's so annoying. So anyway, let's see if I can. This to me, I'm gonna read and drive. Yeah, you can turn this off. Turn what off, Rick? Yeah. Anyway, what do you want me to turn off, Rick? So, I can't flip the camera around because my phone holder is too low on my dash, or you can see the drive. But you know what? No, I can't. Can I flip the camera? Let me try something. Let me put this up a little higher. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't know if my camera will reach and still stay in the holder. I'm gonna turn it around, guys. Hold on. There we go. Oh, look at that. Well, I gotta hold it. Man, this is not working. So anyway, this is the Antelope Valley at night. It's dark. So yeah, Heidi was just down here earlier today, so she was heading to Palmdale. No witnesses. I pay well to keep people quiet. So anyway, yeah, this is not going to work. Unfortunately, my phone holder is way too low, so I'm kind of holding it right now. How's it a violation? I'm driving. I don't have anyone in the car. And if they do get in the car, you'll see, because hold on a second. This I can do. Bear with me, guys. Hold on. Okay. When passengers get in my car, I have to tell them, you are being audio and video recorded there and there. So there's my forward-facing dash cam, and there is my rear, which is inside the vehicle. As long as I tell them that they are being recorded, they can either accept the ride or they don't. And if they don't accept the ride because they're being recorded, then that's not a ride I want to take anyway, because sorry, I am not going to risk it in the camera here. There we go. So I'm back. Who is that? It is not CHP, is it? Nope. Okay. Please turn us off. Oh, I will. Don't worry about it. That's what I meant. That's okay. I got you. No, they won't. I won't. You guys can sit there and chat, and they won't see it. I'll make sure that you guys are covered up. Privacy. You guys gotta have it. So anyway, but like I said, you'll see. And like I said, I'm not going to play this up in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to do what I would normally do on a pickup, and you guys can comment later. But this is how I drive. This is how I like to deal with my passengers. And yes, safety first, always. But this is what I do. And Uber Assist, I'm going to throw this in here real quick. Uber Assist, again, you got to go to the video training, blah, 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 blah. Your vehicle has to be big enough to carry a folding wheelchair, a folding scooter, folding walker, crutches, or a cane, okay? So you're not going to get that in a Prius. You're not going to get that in a Honda Civic, a Mazda M3, a Toyota Corolla. You might get a scooter in a Scion XB or something like that, but you have to have a full-size vehicle, whether it's a full-size car, a minivan, or an SUV or a CUV. So what I've been doing, and I haven't had any issues yet, and I can't check the chat, guys, because I am driving, is I'm telling my passengers that if you know, a lot, because I get a lot of passengers that request me. They want me to come and pick them up again. And I said, well, you can always hit a favorite, but you have to schedule that ride first. So what I'm doing is the same thing I'm doing with the hospital, is I'm telling my passengers, you know what? I'm an assist driver, and I don't turn down assist calls. So if I'm out and about Monday through Friday, and you want a shot at getting back in the car again, instead of doing an Uber X, do an Uber Assist. I think it's 1 out of every 10 drivers, or something like that. 1 out of every 10 drivers is assist certified. So I think there's maybe at any given time in my market out here in the Antelope Valley, there's only 2 or 3 assist drivers that are available. So I get a lot of repeat passengers just because they're simply, instead of using Uber X, they're using Uber Assist. Uber Assist doesn't cost any more than Uber X. The difference is that it's door-to-door service, so they don't pay more, but we have more time on the clock. As soon as we arrive and we are going to assist this passenger, we start the timer. We get them in the car, get all their stuff in the car, and then we take them either to their appointments or what have you, or when we take them home, the app is still running until we get them to their front door and watch them physically walk into their home. Then we walk back to our car, and then we can close the app. So somebody had mentioned in a comment that I think it was Sherelle had mentioned that if you're running assist, they only take 20%, so they're taking 5% less because it's an assist ride. I would have to go back and check. I'm not really sure, but if that's the case, then that every bit helps nowadays. I'm getting off the freeway, guys, so hopefully I'll catch a red light and I can catch up on the chat real quick. Actually, hold on, guys. All right, you know what? I'm going to put you guys into private mode, so hold on. All right, well, I'm still 3 miles away. That wasn't too bad. Oh, you know what? I think this is a regular passenger. I think I've picked this person up several times before. So, hang on a minute. Jump back in the chat real quick. What did I already say? Shoot, not only. Oh, I caught Trickster always has safety first. Thank you very much. It's true. I said I'm a former first responder, so a rule of thumb is that we can't help somebody if we can't get there ourselves. So, I mean, safety first should be for everybody. I mean, we're all out here, and that's another rub is that, whether you're in California or if you guys are on the East Coast or whatever. If you're still driving on one of these platforms, whether it's Lyft or Uber, hang on, guys, I got to check my map. Whether or not you guys are driving on Lyft or Uber, what really pisses me off the most, and I can't see the chat, nobody can see the chat, is the passengers. I've literally, just to play around with the multiplier, I dropped it down to 0.5. X. That's 40 cents a mile and 12 cents a minute. Let me say that again. 40 cents a mile and 12 cents a minute. Half of your base Uber X call. And I had people decline the offer. Are you kidding me? you know that that trip is going to be a minimum of $6, and you're looking at a trip that's $3 and it's too expensive. I think that every driver that's working during this pandemic, and I'm not just saying in LA County or California, I mean anywhere. If you're driving for Lyft or Uber during this pandemic and you're getting people from point A to point B, they should be damn happy that there's drivers out. I mean, you know, we're dealing with people that don't want to wear masks. Like I said earlier in the live stream, that they have a mask on, but they wind up taking it off when they're halfway through halfway into the ride. A lot of times I don't catch it because obviously with the limo tint on the windows and the area I work in, it's very dark. Like I said, I do try to check in the rearview mirror, but a lot of times, you know, they've got their face in their phone. Occasionally they're sitting behind me, so I can't see them. And they drop the mask down to the chin, so they're completely exposed. And there's not a whole lot that I can do about that. So if I can't see it, I can't catch it. And it sucks. But again, like I said earlier, if I catch them, I complete the ride, and then I just simply give them a 1-star rating, hit no face mask, hit other, and that protects me from getting a bad rating from them. That's the one thing that I can say that Uber is doing right, is if we 1-star a passenger for not wearing a face mask and report it, just in the app, they will not allow that driver to, they will not allow that driver to give us any type of rating whatsoever. So, obviously, if they see a passenger, they can't rate us. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Hold on, I got to go back to the map. Okay, I'm coming up to my turn. So, okay, you guys, lights out, camera, action, and I'll show you how I handle my rides. Get some music going for these people here. What's the name?
He gave me the ride, the one in the white light blue car.
Okay, do you know what his name is? I just need to verify the name.
Come over here. Cause he's the one who sent it for me.
Well, that was cool of him.
Here he comes.
I'll ask him.
He needs to verify your name.
What's the name on the account? Ike. All right. Thank you very much. You know what? Hey, thanks for taking care of, looking out for her, man. You're good people. It's rare. Thank you. All right. You got your mask on?
Yeah.
Everything's got to be fully covered. Thank you very much. How are you this evening?
I'm cold.
See, I pulled up. I was going to be banging my head. And... oh, hold on. Let me do this right. There you go. Oh, we are going back towards Lancaster. God bless you. There are a few drivers out here that I don't know why they were a lot closer than I was. I was 12 miles away, but
Yeah, but
that's all right.
I got stranded.
Are you okay?
No. A person that I thought that was taking me home. I was in these apartments over here, and they just left me there and told me to figure it out on my own.
Ooh, not nice.
Yeah, and I don't get my money until tomorrow,
Ugh.
until like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Do you have an Uber account?
Huh?
Do you actually have an Uber account
Yeah,
yourself?
I do, but my phone was dead,
Oh.
and I didn't have no type of money on my card because I have Bank of America, and I have the what is it, the unemployment?
Oh, right. You're getting the
So it don't
So you
come
gotta-
until the next following day.
right. Is it 6? I thought it was 8 o'clock that they recharge that. Is it really 6?
Huh?
Is it 6 or 8 that they charge that? Your card.
I get 9.
No. Is it 6 a.m. or 8 a.m.?
6 a.m.
It is 6 a.m. Okay.
Like, my hands are so numb, I can't barely feel it.
Let me turn the heat up. So, well, don't worry. You are in safe hands now. I will make sure you get home.
Thank you.
You're welcome. First time in a race car?
Huh?
First time in a race car?
Yeah.
Didn't expect this to show up, did you?
No. It's a nice car.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people. I've actually had passengers standing at the front fender, looking at the app, looking at the car, looking at the app, because on the app it shows the old body style and the color isn't quite right. And they'll walk right by me, and then they'll walk right back to the front of the car, and they'll text me, "Where are you?" So you have a little fun with them. Are you wearing a blue jacket and black pants? And they're like, "How did you know that?" I'm like, "Because you're standing at the corner of the car." And then they looked up, you know, it's just like, oh okay.
Right.
So,
Yeah, sometimes Uber and Lyft does that. It's the body of the car.
well, on Lyft, I used to be all about Lyft. I mean, I was 100% on Lyft. I loved them. And then when COVID hit and everything got shut down the first time, you know, it just stopped. I started driving for Uber because I have a YouTube channel.
Right.
And just so you know, everything in the car is audio and video recorded for both your safety and mine. I have to let you know that.
That's fine.
Thank you.
I would do the same thing.
Oh, all right. I like passengers like you. You guys are awesome. So I started doing Uber so I could have the content for my YouTube channel. I hated Uber to begin with. It didn't pay as much, and it just you know, it was a nightmare.
Right.
And now, because I've got different ride types on this vehicle, because I was driving a Dodge Dart, so it wasn't quite as, you know, it wasn't a full-size car.
Right.
You know, driving on Lyft now, if you can find a Lyft car after 10 o'clock anywhere, you know how it is out here. After 10 o'clock, there's no Lyft drivers out in the Antelope Valley,
Right.
especially during, you know, Sunday through Thursday. I started driving on Uber and realized, wow, you know, I may not like them as much, but I get really cool passengers, like Ike. You know, I mean, that gentleman, you don't see that anymore.
Right. You don't see a lot of. You don't see a lot of
people-
good passengers. People actually parking.
No, I mean, no, people don't want to help people anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I was shocked. So, but anyway, so I started driving for Uber, and I enjoy it. I like it. If Lyft would offer the same thing that Uber offers, I'd probably go back to Lyft. But you know, it's fun. It's a side hustle. You know, I get to meet really nice people like yourself,
Right.
and you know, pulling up in this car is always a trip. People, they don't expect it. They're like, you know. So, but anyway,
Yeah, I have a car, but it's just in the shop, and I gotta get it. I gotta pay for it to get out tomorrow because I had gotten into an accident
Oh,
a week ago.
well, if you're still here to walk and talk about it, you're lucky. How bad was it?
I got sideswiped
Oh,
to where the point I hit the metal part on the side where the 605 single hit freeway entrance is.
you mean the car hit you and then you hit the guardrail?
Yeah,
Oh, damn. Please tell me the other car stopped.
I didn't even be able to get the person's license plate. That's how fast he was going.
They never stopped.
Nope.
Oh, that sucks.
And my insurance didn't cover anything, so I gotta pay out of pocket.
You just had liability?
Yep.
Oh.
And I know my insurance is about to go up now because I got into an accident.
No, it can't if it wasn't your fault. You have to be partially at fault for them to be able to up your rates. Partially or completely at fault. I don't know what the...
Yeah, they told
I think in California, you have to be 51% at fault or more before they can act. Now, it may have changed, but the last time last time I dealt with my insurance company, they said if you're 50-50, then it's 50-50. It really doesn't affect anything. If you're 51% or more at fault, then that's where they come back at you and start jacking your rates up. But you had an accident. They didn't pay for any of the damages. The other vehicle took off. I would think, don't quote me on this, but I would think that they wouldn't be able to say anything because
Yeah.
I mean, you call.
that's what I was thinking too, but I had called my insurance and they told me that.
You might want to look for another insurance company.
Huh?
So you might want to look for another insurance company. I've never heard of that where if you get involved in a hit and run accident and they don't pay anything, that they can raise your rates. I mean,
Well, I don't have full coverage, and that was my fault for not even getting it.
well, I mean, California minimum insurance liability is $1530 or wait, $1535. $15,000 a person, $30,000 each accident, $5,000 for property damage. They didn't pay anything. You weren't hurt. They're not paying any property damage. So I personally don't see how they could raise your rates.
Yeah, that's what I said too. That's what my mom said.
You might want to call somebody just to double check. I mean, he said, don't quote me on that. It's been a while, but that doesn't sound right that they would raise your rates just because you simply said, hey, do I have coverage for this? I got hit by another car. They pushed me into a guardrail, and they're going to say, well, no, you just have, XYZ coverage. We don't pay for anything. Okay, thank you. That's it.
Yeah, and I have AAA too, and I tried to get to them so they can see if they can cover it, like see if they can do 50-50, but that didn't work either. Because I have liability.
Right.
With AAA, they can't be able to do anything with just liability insurance. So I was like, that's understandable.
Nobody does. Liability insurance isn't for you. It's for the person you hit. That's why it's the minimum the state requires. So if you're driving down the road and I'm in front of you and you're looking down at your phone, all of a sudden you're like, thump, and you bump me in the rear, they're not going to fix your car, but you've got coverage to fix my car. That's liability because you were liable for that accident. So you're liable for the repairs. But it's only for the other car. In California, liability insurance is only to cover the other person's vehicle. Right. You have to have it by law, excuse me, in order to drive, but it doesn't help you at all. Right. It's just to make sure that the other person gets covered. And that's it. How long have you been driving? I mean, how long have you been
driving since I was 20, but I just got my license like 2 months ago.
Look at somebody like I wouldn't go with like a no-name insurance. Look at like Allstate or Farmers or State Farm or something like that now,
Okay.
and see what their rates are to get minimum, not liability, but minimal full coverage, which means you've got liability, uninsured motorist, comprehensive collision.
Yeah, that's what that was AAA was saying that I didn't have. They said if I had collision insurance that they would been able to fix my car.
You'd have paid your deductible. It would have gone either under collision, because comprehensive damage is like, say your car's parked in a parking lot, and you come out and somebody smashed a shopping cart into it, or they keyed your car, or they busted your window. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's comprehensive coverage. The collision coverage is just like you said. Somebody hits you and they take off. Well, it's obvious, they can tell by the damage that it was another vehicle. And if there was nobody there, then that goes under your collision coverage. And you pay your deductible and they pay the rest. And if I'm not mistaken, in California, they can't charge you at fault for that because, it wasn't your fault. They can't prove it one way or another. You reported it. That's what saves you.
Yeah, I definitely reported it.
So. Oh. What kind of car do you have?
2013 Chevrolet Impala.
Oh, those are nice.
I want to get a 2015.
Yeah. Oh, with the new tail lights and everything.
Yeah.
I actually like those. I don't tell anybody I told you, but I do like the new Impala. I'm a Dodge guy, so you can't tell anybody I said that.
Don't worry, your secret is sacred.
You can tell my wife because she's the Chevy fan. So, but aside from that, yeah, just.
I'm really a Range Rover fan.
Rovers are nice.
I want a Range Rover truck or a BMW truck.
Oh, don't. Oh God. I had
What?
this car. I had this car in the body shop for a little while, and I got into an M3, X3, the really small BMW SUV. It's the X3,
Yeah.
and it was a hybrid. It was comfortable, but one of the odd things was, and I didn't know it until 2 days before I turned it back into the rental car company, that if you turn the headlights on regular, they stay straight. But if you turn them on automatic and you're driving, when you turn the steering wheel, the headlights turn. Yeah, they turn into the turn, so
You can be able to see.
Exactly. The problem is I drive relatively fast. So when I'm going up like one of these canyons, and the headlights are at the right, and I'm trying to make a turn that's going to the left, the headlights are like, we can't.
Move slow.
They're slow. I was so upset. I'm telling my wife, she's like, well, then you need to slow down. It's like, well, no, I'm like, no, the headlights need to speed up. This is a BMW, But so I finally looked down and I switched the headlights to regular, and they just stayed straight. And I was like, really? I've been driving this car for 2 weeks, and I just now figured out how to change the damn headlights so they wouldn't turn. Oh, it was so bad. But it was an awkward. The X3 was an awkward vehicle to drive. It just didn't feel. It didn't feel real stable, The X5, which is the mid-size, I'm sure it's probably a little better, and I'm sure that the X7, which is the full size, is going to be like pretty much any other. Actually, I think the X7 BMW would be a nice SUV, a nice full-size SUV to drive, because it's heavier, it's wider, not quite as tall, but oh God, that X3 was just horrible. It was. My wife didn't like it, and she's 5'1", and she hated it. I was like, okay.
I don't know. Some cars I don't really want because I know they're high
my son loves Volkswagens, and
I used to love Volkswagens. I wanted a Bug.
well, I want a Passat. I like the Passat. He likes the Jettas. You know, the Jetta's the standard size. The Passat is the full size. But if you look at the brakes and if you look under the hood at the parts on a Volkswagen, it says Audi. Do you know how expensive those cars are to repair?
How much?
It'd be like going to an Audi dealership.
Oh yeah, Audi. Yeah, those are not cheap.
No, and a lot of the stuff underneath the hood of a Volkswagen, at least the ones that he has, it literally says Audi. And I'm like, dude, you need to change brands or something. Go with a Kia.
Kias, I heard those are expensive to fix.
They're not too bad. I really like the Optima when it first came out. I liked the design. I was going to buy one for my wife, and the guy at the dealership said, "Wait till the next model comes out. They'll be turbocharged." I'm like, "This one's pretty nice for the price." He was like, "Trust me, you'll like it." I've never had a dealership tell me not to buy a car. So the next one came out, and it had the turbocharged engine. Yeah, it was $9,000 more. Thought I'll stick with Dodge.
Alright. This is my older sister's dream car.
The Charger?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. This is only the V6, and it does pretty good. I've had some fun in it. All right. Well, I'm not dropping you off the gap. Oh, these maps are so bad they lag.
These are parking.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, good luck with your car tomorrow.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the ride.
I did.
Thanks for wearing your mask, all that good stuff, and I wish you the best. Some light. It's kind of bright.
I'm about to run to the car, to the house. I'm about to run right to my door. Alright. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good evening.
Stay safe.
Thank you. Be right with you guys. Well, I almost maxed out on it. 42, 45. And the max is 43. So there you go. Trickster, you have good interaction with your passengers, but please never do this again. Sorry, Payman. Trickster, you should because Uber driver in St. Louis got deactivated for live streaming on Twitch, I think. Well, I can always take this down. I mean, or make it private. Hold on, I'm just trying to catch up on the chat with you guys. You know, that is one thing, Payment, is, yeah, I've seen a lot more people live streaming too, but a lot of them are live streaming DoorDash and stuff. There's nobody in the car. But, and Kyle brought up a good point. Trickster should be careful because Uber driver in St. Louis got deactivated for live streaming his rides. The one thing about doing, like I said, in California is a two-party consent state. I can take this off now, and I'm gonna get into this place is closed, so I'm gonna hang out in Quartz Hill for a little bit here. Probably won't get anything, but I can catch up on the chat. So, oh, look at that light! Woohoo! So hey, where'd the light go? Helps when you put it in reverse. Hey, look, there's the light. There we go. That's good enough. So, California's a two-party consent state. So, like I said, as long as you tell them I know I've got audio and video recording going on. If they say that's fine, which you heard her say, then there's no problem. Uber and Lyft may not like it, but that was a normal interaction with my passengers. That's what I do with every single passenger. Some are more livelier. Obviously, she was in a little bit of distress with somebody, leaving her out to dry. And the person that requested the ride for her, she'd never met. So you guys actually saw humanity during the pandemic literally at its finest, because this gentleman who requested the ride didn't even know her. He simply found out that she was having an issue and could not get home and was 12 miles from home, and he gave her an Uber home. So hold on, let's see. That was very relaxing late night live stream of a crime. How is it a crime, Payman? Like I said, we're a two-party consent state. If I tell her I'm doing audio and video in the car, and a passenger, whether it's a male or female, if they consent to it, they've given you their permission. It's not a crime. They've consented to the fact that they are being audio and video recorded. So, Dustin, is that the real Dustin? I can't. There's a couple of them. I don't know. You know what? I don't know if that's the real Dustin that's driving. What did I text you, Dustin, yesterday? To make sure this is the real Dustin that's driving, because somebody is, God. In case I'm sure most of you guys know, there is a fake Dustin that's driving. Only one gets a check mark. No, Dustin, I texted you something yesterday about something that I did. I'm not going to get into it too much, and you responded. If that's the real Dustin is driving, then you'll know what that text was, because you would have it. He's been deleted. Yep. Well. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the real king of rideshare on YouTube with almost 100,000 subscribers. Dustin is driving, is in the house, and he's on Rideshare Tricksters livestream. So, anyway, that's how I interact with my passengers. Like I said, sometimes they're lively. Sometimes, again, in this particular situation, she got hung out to dry. So at that point, I'm going to talk. I'm going to listen, get her involved in conversation, try to get her mind off of what's going on while she's in the car, so she doesn't have to think about it till she gets home. And that's what I do with every passenger. Is you treat them with respect. If they're going to be respectful to me, then I'm going to do the same to them, and I'm going to make their ride as fun as possible. And that's the upside to doing these side gigs. Is we get to meet a lot of really nice people, meet a lot of assholes too, but we're doing this in the middle of a pandemic. I wish there were more passengers that were like the passenger I just had, that were more appreciative of it. I mean, technically, if you want to go straight up lockdown, even though we're essential workers, I don't think there should be anybody driving for Lyft or Uber. We're 5 times more likely to get COVID than anybody else, because we don't know what our passengers have. Oh man, be careful live streaming rides though. Yeah, Dustin, Payman said that too, but when she got in the car, because we are a two-party consent state, I did let her know that she was being audio and video recorded, so, and she said that was absolutely fine. I think that would cover me. But, so anyway, I've been live for 1 hour and 30 minutes, you guys. thank you all for joining in, and thanks for watching the ride. I really wanted to show you Heidi. I did this because Heidi had mentioned something when she was doing her live ride with her food delivery, and something is rank outside in the trash can. So she made a couple of comments, and I thought, you know what? She's right. Mighty Heidi, Dream Warrior. If you haven't, y'all here should know who she is, but she gave me an idea. So Dustin, I just dropped it wasn't a crazy Karen video. I did put it on the Facebook site. Thank you again, Dustin, for all the support, letting me use your Facebook to put my videos up and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. You're awesome, man. But I wanted to show you guys who I really am. I don't know how to explain it. I got a lot of flack when I got shot at, and then there was issue with. I don't want to get into all the BS about it. But it was just thanks, Dustin. Check mark verify. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. Yeah, okay. Verified user. Okay, well, we've got Rick's a moderator, so if he says that he's verified, then it's Dustin is driving is in the house. But Heidi said that I had a good channel and I had good content, but I watch Dustin, I watch Dark Road, I watch Chris at Real Rideshare Stories, Key Fresh. God, there's just so many Mighty Heidi, Rideshare Lisa, Mr. G. Rideshare Professor. And everybody's got their own twist on it. And I wanted my channel to be a little more different by incorporating my medical training into driving on Lyft or Uber. Like, what happens if somebody has a medical emergency in your car, or, what do you do if this happens, or, et cetera, et cetera. Those are some of my first videos. Rideshare is not 911, that kind of stuff. Showing what happens to CPR mannequins when they're not strapped into a seatbelt or a car seat. Dustin, get some sleep, my man. One of these days, I'm gonna wind up getting out your house. I gotta check out that new man cave that you have, because it's looking bitchin'. Thanks for stopping in, Dustin. I will holler at you soon. As a matter of fact, if you're still there, real quick, I want to do a live stream with you and Chris. I will send you a text tomorrow or Monday, and we'll see if we can work something out. And I'll explain what the idea is. And if you want to go for it, that'd be great. I'll let you know next week. Dustin, thanks for stopping in. Sleep well, my friend. Safe travels, and best of health to you and your family. So, but again, I thought Heidi, basically my channel was getting stale. Like I said, I did the Sequoia videos and I did some other stuff. I've got some of my racing videos on there. Unfortunately, we had no racing last year, no car shows, no nothing, which would have been really awesome to do live streams on and stuff. But, this is what we got right now. This is not the new normal. It's temporary. I remember doing videos back in April and May and June where I said, it's going to get worse before it gets better. And I got a lot of flack on those videos. And yet here we are, 6, 7, 8 months later. And it's weird because I went back and watched the videos and just kidding. But, I was pretty close, and it sucked. I was hoping it wouldn't happen, but anyway, you guys, let me catch up with this. Ari, I'll do it. I mean, I'm 10 miles from her house. I would definitely do it. But she's got to wake up early. What do you think, Ari? Am I going to do it? You want me to do it? I will drive over to her house. I mean, as a matter of fact, well. I'm not staying out real late tonight, but I could do a drive by. But I'll knock on her door. Um, I can't do that to her, man. She's got to wake up in like 2 hours. You shouldn't. Heidi's the one that gave me the idea to do this, so you guys could see what I do and how I act when I'm actually with a passenger. And now you want me to go wake her up at 1 o'clock in the morning? You're a bad man, Ari. So anyway, like I said, that's the stream. I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging in there and hanging tight. But again, Heidi, if you don't do it, don't tell. uh, I won't do it, Ari. She's going to be waking up in like 2 hours, and she's been going through so much. I literally have been, just so you know, I have been driving by her house multiple times a night. I do park in her driveway and accept calls there. And I'm saying it here on the live stream. My wife and I have already discussed it. I settled out with my Uber crash from when I had my Dart before I bought the Charger. My wife and I are 100% going to give Heidi $200 to help her with her deductible or whatever else she needs. I said it when she was live streaming. I put it in the chat, and I am saying it live right now. Victoria and John, Mr. and Mrs. Trickster, are donating $200 to Mighty Heidi Dream Warrior to help her out. I also have a Cash App. I don't have, obviously, since I'm not monetized because I pulled the plug for a while. I do have a Cash App on my homepage on YouTube. If anybody wants to donate to the Cash App, Heidi will get every single penny. Like I said, I'm donating $200, and I'm doing the live, and I'm surprised that my my Nightbot isn't dropping hints or dropping the tags. I guess I'll have to give Dark Road Run a call and yeah, and see what's going on, or Driver Sensei. Sensei was the one that actually helped me set it up. So anyway, you guys, thanks for riding along with me. I know that wasn't the ride I intended, because they're usually a lot more upbeat, but that was actually pretty cool because we got to see a complete stranger help another complete stranger in the middle of a pandemic, and literally $44 out of his pocket just to get that lady home and get her home safely. So, there are good people out there, and I know who those good people are, because right now I'm talking to them, and they're here in the stream, and they've been in the stream, and they're subscribers, and they're friends. And you guys all fall into that category. So thanks for riding along with the Rideshare Trickster, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for sticking around for the last hour and 40 minutes. And I'm going to end it here. It's 1 o'clock in California, which means like Dustin, it's 4 o'clock, and it's getting late, you guys. So thank you again very much for stopping by. And as always, be safe, be professional, keep it real, and as always, drive on. Until next time, you guys, I truly, truly wish you all the best of health and a wonderful 2021. I'm back on the stream, man. I'm back on the tube. I'll be putting out more videos, and I'm hoping to make this a much better year and get involved with a lot more stuff. So, love to you all. Heartfelt. Thank you guys, friends and family, for everything that you guys have done. And 3 a.m. where Ari's at, so in Chicago, or Cincinnati, or whatever. I know it starts with a C, and it's freaking cold. Kyle, thanks for hanging out for the whole time, man. Kyle has been in the stream for an hour and 40 minutes. Thank you, Kyle. I just I can't thank you enough, man. I'm really gonna try to work on getting things put back together, getting the channel monetized. It's not even about the monetization at this point. I miss my friends. I miss my YouTube family, and I'm gonna get back to it. So, on stream with a great ride. That was a good ride. Again, the irony to it is I was hoping to get somebody in the car where we were gonna have the stereo blasting and the lights going and all the other stuff, and it turned out that we got to see, again, in the middle of a pandemic, two people who've never met each other helping each other out. That is priceless. So, again, you guys, I'm bailing out. I'm going to be driving for about another hour. I will be back on the tube. I'll be doing some more videos. I truly wish you guys a safe and prosperous 2021. And again, until next time, I wish you guys all the best of health. Thanks for riding along. Love to you all.